Which is better, the Audi RS7 starting at $130,000 or the Porsche Panamera Turbo SE Hybrid starting at $227,000? My goodness. Well, in this episode, we are gonna find out. The Panamera has a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 making 591 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. It has an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, but this is a plug-in hybrid, so it also has an electric motor inside the gearbox, making an additional 187 horsepower and 331 pound-feet of torque. The combined power output is 771 horsepower and 737 pound-feet of torque. A 25.9 kilowatt-hour battery pack powers the electric motor, which is good for a range of 40 miles in electric-only mode, and this vehicle can run in electric-only mode at up to 87 miles per hour. This vehicle is also all-wheel drive. The RS7 has a much simpler powertrain. It features a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 making 621 horsepower and 627 pound-feet of torque. It powers all 4 wheels by an 8-speed torque converter automatic gearbox. However, it also features a 48-volt mild hybrid system for increased efficiency, but this is not a plug-in hybrid. So then, how fast can these vehicles go? The RS7 is a really fast car. It can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.3 seconds. Insane. It has a top speed of 190 miles per hour. Crazy performance. But how fast is the Porsche? It can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.8 seconds. That's brutal. And it has a top speed of 202 miles per hour. That is truly mind-blowing. On the outside, the RS7 looks absolutely amazing. On the front, it looks so aggressive, with that massive grille and the huge air vents at both sides of the bumper. I also really like the design of the front lip, and those headlights look fantastic. It also gets extra creases on the hood, making it look even better. And on the side, this car looks absolutely gorgeous. First of all, those wheels look really cool, and this car looks especially good in this beautiful blue paint. That sloping roofline makes the RS7 look absolutely terrific. The creases on the body panels look great, and the RS7 gets sportier side skirts over the standard A7. On the back, once again this car looks fabulous. The light bar is amazing, and the bumper design, while it does look aggressive, the design is pretty clean. This car looks great. It is pretty heavy though. It weighs over 4,900 pounds, but that's mainly due to the size of the vehicle. Overall, such a beautiful looking vehicle. The Porsche also looks cool. On the front, the headlights are very advanced. Big air intakes on the bumper, and I love how the bonnet is sloped. On the side, these wheels look terrific. Most of the body panels are pretty smooth, but I also like the creases on the door panels, and it has aggressive looking side skirts. On the back, I absolutely love the rear light bar. It looks gorgeous. The back of the car looks amazing. The rear bumper design is pretty clean. Now this is a very heavy vehicle. They are large vehicles, but the hybrid system really adds a lot to the weight. It weighs above 5,300 pounds. That's a lot of weight. But overall, these are beautiful looking cars. But I do prefer the look of the RS7. The Porsche's interior is a beautiful place to be in. This looks excellent. The design is very cool. I really love this design of the center console. Very clever. The steering wheel looks great. So does the driver's display, which is curved. And this car features both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's a very luxurious cabin, and it looks especially good with the maroon leather. Now this version of the Panamera gets slightly updated seats over the base model. You can also get the stitching and seat belts in different colors. There are many design options with this vehicle. Usually the interior quality of Porsche's vehicles is very good. Their interiors have very expensive feeling materials, and all of the pieces and trims feel solidly put together. This truly is a terrific cabin. Now for the comfort features, it gets heated, ventilated, and massaging front and rear seats. It also gets the heated steering wheel, but you do have to pay extra for some of those, if you want them. Overall, this is a fabulous place. The Audi's interior is starting to look a little old now. When it first came out, it looked absolutely amazing, but now it's starting to get dated. It still looks good though. It's definitely a nice design. and the overall interior is still a very nice place to be in. The interior quality of Audi's vehicles is usually very good. Their interiors have very high quality materials, and most of the pieces feel solid. Apart from its design getting a little old, it still looks great. There are these big displays on the dashboard. And yes, this vehicle has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now the RS7 also gets a lot of design upgrades in the interior as well. Over the standard A7, it gets the sports seats. They're more body hugging than the standard seats. It gets the carbon fiber trim. You can also pay extra for the Alcantara steering wheel. And you can get the stitching and seat belts in different colors. Overall, it's a nice interior, but I like the Panamera's interior more. The Panamera has a hatchback style trunk. It has up to 14.9 cubic feet of space when the rear seats are up, and when they're down, it has up to 44.3 cubic feet of space. However, the RS7's trunk is up to 18.5 cubic feet of space when the rear seats are up, and when they're down, it has up to 48.7 cubic feet of space. Both vehicles are great for carrying groceries, and both vehicles are great for carrying large items. Both vehicles get lots of chassis tuning over their standard versions. The RS7 has adaptive air suspension. With this, the suspension constantly adjusts the stiffness based on the road conditions for a smoother, more comfortable ride, and better handling. You can also adjust the stiffness manually as well. You can set the suspension to a softer setting for improved comfort, or you can set it to a stiffer setting for better agility. It also repeatedly alters the ride height based on various road conditions and the speed the vehicle is traveling at. This provides an even smoother ride. You can also adjust the ride height manually as well. The suspension in the RS7 is tuned to make this car more nimble compared to the suspension on the standard A7. And over the standard A7, it gets stiffer sway bars. With this, there will be less body roll when turning, increasing both agility and stability. The Porsche also has adaptive air suspension. However, this one feature the Porsche has is truly mind-blowing. This feature is Porsche's Active Ride. It's a very advanced anti-roll system. It keeps the vehicle completely stable. So for instance, when you accelerate, the bonnet goes up. So then this system also raises the rear suspension. When you apply brakes, the bonnet goes down. So then the Active Ride system lowers the back suspension. And when turning, the system raises the suspension on the side the vehicle is leaning towards. It's a super advanced feature. Even over bumpy roads, it keeps the vehicle completely still. But that's not the best part. You can also remotely control this suspension through your phone. That is the mind-blowing part. So how does this system work? It utilizes hydraulic motor pump units at each wheel. They can independently adjust the damping force. Excellent technology. Both cars get stiffer strut bars, increasing torsional stiffness, resulting in better handling and reduced body roll. Both vehicles have dynamic engine mounts, holding the engine stronger in place, reducing vibrations. But based on various driving conditions, they can automatically adjust the stiffness through electrical current. They also have variable ratio steering. With this, the steering ratio constantly adjusts based on various driving conditions. Big factors include the steering angle. Both vehicles have rear wheel steering, so at low speeds, the back wheels turn at the opposite direction of the front wheels. This reduces the turning circle significantly. At high speeds, the back wheels turn at the same direction as the front wheels, increasing stability. They also get torque vectoring, so they can send full power to the outer wheel with the most grip. Helps a lot with corner exiting traction. And for the brakes, the RS7 gets 10 piston calipers gripping 420mm discs at the front as standard. At the back, it has single piston calipers gripping 370mm discs. The carbon ceramic brake kit provides even bigger 440mm discs at the front. Those are huge. And this kit also unlocks the 190mph top speed. Without the carbon ceramic brakes, the top speed is limited to 155 miles per hour. The Porsche comes with carbon ceramic brakes as standard. So at the front, it has massive 10-piston calipers gripping 440mm discs. Those are massive brakes. At the back, it has 4-piston calipers gripping 410mm discs. Overall, these are very advanced vehicles. They have lots of chassis tuning. All these advanced features help to provide a better driving experience, and in this case, a sportier and a more enjoyable driving experience as well. So which is better, the Audi RS7 or the Porsche Panamera Turbo SE Hybrid? It's the RS7. The Porsche is a great vehicle. It's a very luxurious vehicle, it's practical, it's very advanced in tech, and it's very fast. But plug-in hybrids are not very reliable vehicles. The RS7 starts at a much lower price. It looks absolutely fantastic. It still has a very nice interior, it's super practical, it's also very fast, and it's also very advanced in tech. It has a much simpler powertrain, increasing the reliability, and that also reduces weight. For sports cars, extra weight is a big concern. But do you guys agree? Let me know in the comments down below. Which vehicle do you guys prefer? Also, let me know in the comments down below. Which other car comparison video would you like to see? If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit the red subscribe button down below, and turn on all notifications. That way you never miss out on any new video posted on this channel. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for today's episode.